Welcome back to Superstarglam. My name is Janice, and in today's video I am doing a one palette challenge using the Dominique Cosmetics Transition palette. I know it's not new, but it is new to me. I just recently hauled it and I wanted to put it to the test. I thought it'd be a fun video to see if it actually worked. I didn't think that it was going to work, to be honest with you, but I'm not the only one and I'm not the inventor of this challenge. I know there are several other different videos here on YouTube doing the one palette challenge. I just wanted to see for myself if it actually was a transitional palette from face to eyes. But before we get into that, if you are a beauty lover like myself, love all things beauty from reviews to tutorials, then this is the channel for you. Go ahead and click the little subscribe button down below. Also click the little notification bell, that way you are alerted every time I upload a video. And if you're interested in the one palette challenge, then just keep watching. Okay, so we're gonna get started using the Dominique Cosmetics Transition Palette. Since it is advertised as an eyes and face palette, I thought it'd be cool to use it as a one palette challenge. I have moisturized my face and primed it. I used this Bliss Blockstar Invisible Daily Sunscreen SPF 30. This gives me kind of like a soothing effect on my skin, as well as the Rare Beauty Illuminating Primer, just to kind of hydrate, and since we're going to be going in with powders. So let's just jump in. I don't know what color I'm going to use for my skin tone. I might have to mix some colors. Okay, I'm going to go in with Toffee because it's more of a neutral color, and I'm dipping into natural just to lighten it just a tiny bit. And this is what I'm gonna use, I guess, to add coverage to my face. Is it even working? A little bit. I think the goal is gonna have to be to work on the contours and the highlights. It's not bad. I mean, it's not providing a lot of coverage, but I'm also not trying to go in heavy. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the lighter shades, mixing that and applying that under the eye to brighten. Now I'm gonna go in to contour. I'm gonna go in with Coffee Bean because I feel like that's more of a cool tone brown. Ooh, this is pigmented. Oh yeah, super pigmented. And I probably should not have gone with a dense brush. So I'm gonna go in, this is a wet sponge. I'm just going to try to blend that out. On this same brush, I'm gonna apply the same colors that I was using for the skin tone to help blend that out. And I'm switching the brush to a dual fiber brush. Yeah, that's definitely much better. I'm gonna go in with the lighter shades and then use the sponge to brighten up again. I'm going to take Mocha, and I'm taking this brush. It's a flimsy brush. It should not pick up too much product. And I'm going to take the shade Mocha and use that to bronze. I'm taking Coffee Bean and just contouring the jawline. I typically contour my nose as well and around my mouth. So I'm taking a smaller brush, a domed smaller brush, and then just brightening the areas that would normally highlight, and then going back with the brush. with the sponge. Using that same flimsy brush, I'm going to take a mixture of honey and blushing for my blush. It's actually a really pretty color. I'm going to add a touch of soft and sweet. And I'm also going to try ash. Oh no, chai. That's quite enough. Just going to go over with the brush to blend that out. We're going to go back to the nose and the shade Coffee Bean, and with just a little bit of product. I think you just have to be careful with the brushes you use. If you use a dense brush, you're definitely going to pick up way more product versus using like a fluffy brush, which will pick up less product and you can just build it up. So I'm just going to go back to blend that out just because we don't want it to look harsh. My skin actually looks really nice. It does not look bad at all. It doesn't even look powdery. It has like a slight sheen. It's not bad. Yeah, like I could tell you now that the brush I'm using to contour my nose is not the right one because it is applying too much product. Taking the lighter shades and highlighting the bridge of the nose and on the sides, and then swiping up to help blend that out. I'm going to go in with Toffee, which is a lighter shade, and I'm going to just use this to contour my lip. And this is just a light shade, so just giving me a little bit of color. I'm taking Frothy and just to bring back dimension on the face. For the highlight, obviously this is going to be a full matte look. I am going to prime my eyes, so I'm taking Prolongwear Paint Pot from MAC and just lightly setting. And this is just a step I always do. A mixture of frothy and natural is what I'm going to take to highlight on the brow bone and on the lid. I'm going to take the shade Honey on a fluffy brush, and I'm going to use this as my transition color. I'm going to take Coffee and Caramel and mix those two, and I'm just going to apply it here to the inner portion of the eye. I'm just trying to add dimension here, this, and also in the outside corner. I'm going to take a like pencil brush. I'm going to mix Smoky and Coal, and then I'm applying it just in the outer lash line as well as bringing it up almost like a C. Now taking that same pointy detail brush, I'm going to take Mocha or Hazelnut. I'm going to go in with Mocha first. So this one's going to go in that C area just to help mix that outer portion. I'm going to kind of flick it out with that same shade. I could tell you right now, all these colors blend out really nicely, and so far I haven't found any issues with either of the colors that I've been mixing. Okay, I'm taking another fluffy brush and I'm gonna add Hazelnut to bring some more warmth to this outer corner while also helping blend that outside corner even more. This blend is so nice. And I'm not complimenting my skills, I'm really complimenting how beautifully these shadows blend out. Okay, now I'm going to take the first brush that we took and then going back into honey just to bring back that shade as a transition. I'm taking a small liner brush and I'm going to go in with smoky, and I'm going to use this to go all along the lash line. Just because I want to know how truly flexible these shadows can be, I'm going to take that same brush with the shade Smoky, and I'm going to wet the brush and see if I can kind of create like a really dark, intense liner look. I mean, it intensified it, but it's not like a transforming color, I guess. Like you could still tell that it's shadow. I'm gonna go back to those lighter shades and bring them back into the lid and definitely pack it. I'm taking that detail brush and I think I want to re-intensify that outer corner. So I'm doing a mixture of coffee bean and cinnamon and deepening up this outer corner. I don't know where I left my previous brush, but I'm going to take another fluffy brush and go in again with hazelnut and just go over this outer corner. And then I'm taking honey just to blend it out, the edges. And then I'm going to go back with the shade Smoky to re-intensify the liner. Okay, and then to work on the bottom, I'm also taking that same color right at the outside corner. Just a small little section. I'm taking the detailed brush. I'm not even applying any more product. I'm just using whatever is left over and helping blend that outer corner. And then again, using the fluffy brush with the shade Honey. I'm not dipping into it, I'm just using it to blend the bottom lash line completely and have it meet up to the top. Next step is brows. I'm going to blend Mocha and Ash just because I want the warm tone of the ash color to cancel out of the shade Mocha. I'm actually probably going to do Bean for the outside of the brow. For the inner portion of the brows, I'm just going to take Toffee just to shade. I'm going to take Frothy. I'm just going to add it to this inner corner for the highlight. I'm just going to apply a little bit of brow gel. This is the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara. I'm just going to apply mascara. I'm using the MAC Stack mascara. Okay, I'm actually wearing a little bit of lip balm since this is one palette challenge. I'm going to take again Coffee Bean and use this to line my lips. I think I'm going to take Soft and Sweet and apply it all over. Just taking my finger. Okay, that does not look bad at all. I'm going to take that natural color just to brighten the center. And if you wanted this lip to be a little more glossy, then just apply some lip balm. So this is the completed look. Here's a close-up. I am a little extra shiny because it is hot in here, but for the most part, I feel like my skin looks smooth. Everything blended out really, really nicely. I'm actually even impressed on the amount of coverage. So what do we think? full face using one palette, the Dominique Cosmetics Transition Palette. I can't believe that I actually made this work, and it worked really, really nicely. I think it just required a little bit of blending out, but I'm not mad at it. I mean, the only other products that I ended up using was the brow gel, the mascara, and the balm, but everything else is literally a full face of this palette. I'm pretty impressed. I think that this was definitely a really good palette. Doing this challenge, I definitely know that I'm gonna have to keep this palette in rotation, or at least one of my go-to for any neutral shadows, especially matte shadows. I don't know, let me know what you think or what you thought about this palette yourself, if you have picked it up, if you have used it. I know that it's not new, but I definitely was intrigued and was interested, especially because it is being sold as a face and eye palette. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I will see you next time. Bye.